welcome. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Here, Jay, in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Come on, Ed. Can I say it, please?
All right, if you must.
Yes. Trust the process.
It has been quite a process to get to this point, Jay. They have a squad here in Philadelphia. The Pistons begin the game with the basketball. He buries it, creating space with the step back.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Simmons into the front court. Down 2. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Jay, what's the next step for Ben Simmons?
MVP, Ed. To win the MVP. But perception is reality. And I've been hearing this stuff from a lot of people who have been watching Ben Simmons show out this past summer on IG. Ben Simmons needs to get back to the lab, stay in the gym, continue to work on that jump shot. Because this is still a team that lost 1-4 to the Celtics without Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward.
Reggie Jackson, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
End score, strong take.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there, trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Here comes the screen. Jackson, and knocks it down. Jay, for the defender, tough to gamble once the ball's behind the arc.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Ben Simmons, he's got 2 shots coming. 56% for his career. Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2. Jackson with it. Leads 1. Detroit with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. Reggie Jackson at the line for 2 shots. A career 85% free throw shooter. Misses the first. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Drummond, huge block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Baseline drive, the shot won't fall. Griffin to Reggie Jackson. Nothing going here on that drive. Jackson down to Griffin. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. Simply put, can you build a franchise around Blake Griffin right now?
No, not right now. I think he's starting to get to the latter part of his career. I think he could be a key cog in a championship team, but just not the main guy.
Pistons ball here. Screen coming. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for two. Reggie Jackson, couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. First one, count it.
Substitutions, Philadelphia. Substitutions, Detroit.
And gets both to drop at the line. Sixers finally break through. 52 wins last year. But, Jay, where do they factor in a top-heavy Atlantic division?
I still see this team finishing on the outside looking in. What I mean by outside is the 2 or 3 spot. I think this is Boston's division to lose, Boston's conference to lose. But still, the question mark still is around Ben Simmons and his ability to shoot the ball down the stretch.
Out of bounds, last touch by the Pistons. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Richardson. Harris to Simmons. Trying to cash in. The shot no good by Simmons. Joel Embiid with a piece.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Jackson to Rose.
Get over.
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Here's the truth. As long as you're using your legs and your body to stay in front of the offensive player, you won't get called for those. You keep reaching, though, it's going to be a long night.
And hits the first free throw. Two for two on that trip. Jackson with it. Up by 6.
On your left, here he comes.
Nothing going here on that drive. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line. Mike Scott has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 76% from the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Jackson with it. Leads 4. Reggie Jackson. He's now 5 for 6.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Simmons to the basket, but his shot stays out. Blake Griffin swats it. substitution being made in this one. Josh Richardson, his first effort off the mark.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Derrick Rose missed his first. That one goes. To Richardson. Beyond the arc for three. That's how you defend. Jackson with it. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. From 18 feet at the buzzer. First quarter is complete. The Pistons have the lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Oh, Ben Simmons, 4 out of 10.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Out of bounds, last touch by the Pistons. Andre Drummond snatching it out of the air.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Oh!
Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. It goes down.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Pistons have it. Jackson. Jonah Bolden rejects it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To Simmons. Pistons clear the board. Jonah Bolden sends it away. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
For the Philadelphia 76ers, number 42, Al Horford. Stepping in for the Detroit Pistons, number 25, Derrick Rose.
Has a look. The screen sets him up for 2.
Not a Ferrari, definitely not a Lambo, but hey, get you from point A to point B.
Now ready to shoot at the line.
That's actually not a bad move at all. You're applying more pressure on him by sending him to the line.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots. Hasn't missed yet. First one goes down. Able to convert on both free throws. Rose into the front court. It's a 9-point lead. To Drummond. Joel Embiid able to recover with the block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
The possession in favor of Detroit. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Horford cleans it up. The follow won't go either. Rose into the front court. The lead is 11. Joel Embiid tips it. That's his third block this evening.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Rose into the front court. The lead stands at 9. Nothing going here on that drive. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Simmons to Embiid. It was right there. Rose into the front court. It's an 11-point game. Derrick Rose slams it down.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Now the Pistons going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Jackson to Rose. Derrick Rose. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Nice pass to get things going.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Jackson with it. Looking to make something happen. To Rose. Here comes the screen. Rose. Shot won't go.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Slams it home on the putback.
And I got a chance to hear a lot of the conversation at the bench. And one of the things they called out was owning the backboards. Looks like the message is really getting through.
Simmons to Tobias Harris. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Tobias Harris, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 81% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. And he makes them both. It's Detroit's ball. Takes stock of the floor. Reggie Jackson, not that time. Harris to Embiid. Short jumper misses.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Swing coming right, swing coming right, swing coming right.
Griffin to Luke Kennard. Now pass stolen by the Sixers. Joel Embiid. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make. Long key from three-quarters court. Time expires. The Pistons with the lead.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Pistons put together a nice half and were rewarded with a solid lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Detroit Pistons. The 76ers are down at halftime and in need of some momentum. They've been scrappy, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. These are the guys getting buckets for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game track. Bench points.
The Philadelphia 76ers had enough difficulty dealing with the opposing starters, let alone their bench players. They really need to adjust for the depth of this opposing team and figure out how to slow them down.
Player of the half.
Reggie Jackson has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Andre Drummond pins it. Sixers able to recover. Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
And it's so deflating for the defense when you pick up right exactly where you left off at halftime. That's the kind of energy you need.
Time for some new personnel into the game. Ben Simmons at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw is good to finish off the three-point play. And the margin down to 8. Jackson with it. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Has a chance. Gets a look.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. From long range. Tobias Harris is going to get a chance at 3 here. Hasn't missed yet. Knocks down the first. Hits the second. One more coming. No good. Made the first two, missed the last. Jackson with it. Up 6. And draws contact. So, it's Griffin going to the line for 2.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
Nope. First one does not go. Missed the second one as well. To Richardson. Oh, emphatic slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Jackson goes to the left side. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. No good. Richardson against Markieff Morris. To Horford. For 3. Off the iron. And a putback slam.
I don't know if it was so much the bounce or the vertical. I think it was more so the reach. That's what happens when you have a 7+ wingspan.
Whistle stops play, and we'll get a timeout here for Detroit as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game.
An effort only fully releases its reward after a person refuses to quit. What I like about this team is that they continue to execute. As a coach, we used to talk about it all the time. I would hear it every single day. Execute, execute, execute. But if you can play with energy and execute, that's the formula for success.
From the outside, no good.
And I know this is an off day for him, but still, that serves as no excuse for you not to give any effort on the defensive end. Here's a trick. If you get yourself engaged defensively, that can at times help you offensively.
On the follow. Way to stay with it.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Jackson to Griffin. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Here we go. Here we go.
Simmons. Pistons ball here. To Jackson. Rebound cleared by Philly. Off the mark. Can't connect. To Horford. Going to launch beyond the arc. Textbook defense.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
That's out. Last touch by Al Horford. Changes coming from both sides right now. Rose. To Luke Kennard. Lets it fly from long range. Cleared out by Embiid. Markieff Morris with the block.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Griffin. Short jumper off the mark. Richardson. Fires the 3. He was all over him. Pistons have it. Nice pass to set things up. Derrick Rose. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Simmons to Richardson. Markieff Morris sends it away.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
The possession in favor of Detroit. Rose to Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. He's now 4 for 6.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
To Simmons. He gets it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Rose to Luke Kennard. Al Horford. Huge block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
In the front court comes Simmons. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Ben Simmons has got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far.
To the line for 2.
First try at the line, no good.
For the Detroit Pistons, number 13.
Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. It's Detroit's ball. Rose. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Al Horford with a piece. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
No. I'll tell you. The team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots. Tonight, he's shooting 88% from the line. First one, count it. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Straight on 3. At the buzzer. 3 quarters down. It's the Sixers out in front. Pistons basketball here to start the 4th quarter. We've got a 1-possession game going on. This has the look of a race that's going down to the wire.
And it looked that way from the very beginning, but this is where the coaches and the best players on the floor really earn their money. Down the stretch, it's game time.
Trying to cash in. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
He was hacked. They let it go. Baseline drive. Here's a chance from long range. Tough shot. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Knocked loose. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Mike Scott. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Subbing in for the Detroit Pistons, number 1, Reggie Jackson.
Jackson to Drummond. Jackson to Griffin. Al Horford swats it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Jackson off the mark. To Tobias Harris. 4-3.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. And hits the first free throw. Second and 3, no good. Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Jackson to Luke Kennard. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Richardson to Simmons. Yes, and a foul. Hell of a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Ben Simmons trying to cash in on a three-point play. He's been steady, 90% at the line. Simmons converts the three-point play. The Sixers increase the lead. Jackson with it. His guys trail now by 4. To Luke Kennard. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Here's Simmons with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Tobias Harris above the rim.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Pistons ball here. Jackson to Luke Kennard. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
That's going to be his 6th foul. He's done for the night.
All right, that was a little bit of a gamble there, but not a terrible move sending him to the free throw line.
Ben Simmons, a couple of free throws on the way. He's shooting 91% from the foul line. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Pistons have it. Screen coming. probing the defense. Has a look. Step back jumper.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Harris to Embiid. Horford. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Almost. Unlucky bounce. Rose into the front court. Down 4. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just got to let them play, ref.
First one goes down.
Waiting for Detroit, number 6.
And gets both to drop at the line.
Coming right back to you. I got ball. I got ball.
Ah, the monster stuff.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
The possession in favor of Detroit. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
I hear so many players talk about, oh, my skill set is this or my skill set is that. How about your skill set is your effort on the defensive end? That's something we don't talk about as much as we need to.
Gets it to go. And the foul.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Joel Embiid at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Off the mark at the line. Jackson with it. Trailing by 4. Took it down the lane, but it's no good. Horford to Simmons. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Beyond the arc for 3. Harris always looking to create a shot, even ones like those.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
And the finish at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Simmons to Horford. From long range. He is yet to hit one tonight. No good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Embiid to Richardson. Horford. Shot off the mark. Good defense to Reggie Jackson. Add 2 points to the board.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Now the stoppage and an intentional foul means free throws coming with a little over 30 seconds to go.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
First free throw is good. Two for 2 on that trip. Now the Pistons going to use a timeout, but this game's in the balance, and time is of the essence. Griffin to Luke Kennard. Throws it down. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Draws the double and still hits.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Al Horford snatching it out of the air. And they're going to play this one out to its conclusion as we get an intentional foul. That means free throws coming up in what is a 7-point game.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning the timeout.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Missed the second as well. Deep three at the buzzer. The Sixers are victorious as they take care of business at home. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here. And I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers emerged victorious after a tight finish. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. The Pistons just couldn't close this one out. This loss is sure to be all the more bitter because of how well they shot from beyond the arc. Their percentage from three-point range was outstanding. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Detroit Pistons.
Game track. Field goals.
This was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
Simmons is the choice for what you're seeing here, and that's unselfish play. Tight passes, great timing, and an impressive basketball IQ. He earned more respect than what I already have for him. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here are the upcoming games for the Philadelphia 76ers. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.